Recently we got sent an email from somebody. It says, "Dear Digital Rev TV, we love you, but why don't you love the lomography? Show us a video where you do lomography stuff. Regards, Jim Bob." Well, that's what we're going to do in this video. Let's go. Well, you know, you might think that we've only put all of our love in the digital comfort zone, but we've got our fingers in many pockets, and we've got plenty of love to give to your Lomo.
Jim Bob detailed some of the ways of shooting that make lomography great, so we decided to do one of those methods.
So today we're going to cover an aspect of photography that is also very popular in lomotography, whatever you call it. It's double exposures, which is basically where you take one shot and then you take another shot on the same frame. Well, I explained it all. Go home now. Alright, we'll do some more stuff. And of course I picked a camera that you can do it with. Naturally it's it's a digital camera. It's the X Pro 1. Because this has got a multiple exposures mode in the menu, which allows you to take 2 exposures. Don't know why they're called multiple exposure, because there's only just 2. Multiple, my arse.
With certain film cameras you can do multiple exposures, more than 2 that is. Oh well, guess we just have to stick with this interpretation of multiple exposures.
Anyway, let's do the first one, which is to completely distort reality. Oh, I'm used to that size. There you go. Godzilla. Well, I think Godzilla looked like this. And I don't think it had a little spot here. We need to get some cream for that. Anyway, you can make it look like the dinosaur was eating that big cock of a tower there.
There is a problem with trying to make one monstrous image out of 2, but the initial issue wasn't the exposures at that moment, it was the focusing.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
You might think that you can create Godzilla-like effects with double exposures, distorting reality by combining elements to make one image.
You fucking... You can see my hand. You can see my hand in that shot.
With the 2 images taken, they still remain quite distinct from each other on the frame because they are slightly transparent. If you want to make it look like a dinosaur is attacking the second largest architectural erection in Hong Kong, then just Photoshop it. It's 2012.
Your hand.
It's a monster hand. You can have the dinosaur. Why don't you like the dinosaur? It's nice and squidgy.
Well, if you don't mind the transparency, then you could do things with yourself with it. If you always wish you had a twin, well, now you can see what it would look like.
And of course, with double exposures, you can actually get a chance to interact with yourself. You can have 2 of you, clone yourself. So you can do stuff you can't usually do, like, actually, I best not say it. So now I want to kind of interact with myself, you know, like, I've always wanted to do that to myself. Anyway, let's set this on the timer.
The key to this is to work out the 2 positions you'll be standing in for the 2 exposures. Then put the camera on a steady object and put on a timer. Then switch it to manual focus, or you have this camera, just hope for the best.
Shot them 2. Check that out. Right.
Do make sure you put the self-timer on a long enough time though.
I was taking a shot. That's really, you know, I thought it was louder than the X100 shutter, but that's really quiet. It's brilliant. Okay.
That wasn't quite the effect I was hoping for. Doing double exposures is relatively easy, but you have to work out what effect you want to achieve. It's quite easy to make it cheesy. I'm a poet and I don't know it. No, you can really use it to make some art, and that's what I went out to do.
Let's get girl without top on and the patterns of that building. Perfect.
This piece is about the evil queen, and even though she's menacing, omnipotent, malevolent, likes evanescence, she's under the watchful eye of hundreds and thousands of people. power does not come without weakness. This piece is about how the crossing is the crossroads of life. It shows how everyone walks along it. There is seemingly one path, but there are two very different channels.
Oh, naughty man, naughty man. I'll send that to police.
This piece is about how crazy life is in Hong Kong. It's manic, full of people, the sounds, the smells, the spit on the floor. Yet one can still feel isolated, imprisoned by the concrete and glass structures that surround you.
Oh yeah, he's a handsome guy, isn't he?
And this is just to show you how square Yao Ming's head is. Sometimes things don't work out as you want, unfortunately, but we still wanted to experiment with double exposures, so we went back to the comfort of an air-conditioned room to experiment just a little bit more.
But anyway, you don't need a digital camera that has the function of multiple exposure in it to actually do multiple exposures. You can do it with just a bog standard D700 like this. Bog standard because it's obviously cheap. And you need a dark room. You probably can't see me now. And a flash. Let's get ready. I need a tripod as well. I've got some coloured gels here just to make it a bit more Lomo-ish. You know, coloured flash and all that stuff. These are cheap, just from some rubbish stationery shop just down there. I won't say which one, because then their business is messed up. So who needs to buy those Lomo flashes, which are, well, bloody expensive. Now, let me set the focus on this. Go that way a bit. Yeah, no, a bit more that way. Yeah, that's perfect. Actually, too far away. It's like I'm being getting up to some dodgy office romance where you have to go on the conference room table. Yeah, arch that back. Right, so that's on B mode. Set the focus manually, and then this is the exposure. Do it twice, obviously. You can do it more than that. Okay.
The flash is your exposure here, so double exposures doesn't just have to be done with cameras that have that function or a film camera.
Blue. Is that blue? Oh! Oh God. Oh, I need to get my finger on it. Oh no! Oh, light on. Oh, jeez. Bang! Oh, where's the red? I think that's the red. A different emotion. Push!
Using a flash with double exposures make the two images a bit more visible despite them still being transparent. Keep the flash away from the background and the main subjects become more pronounced.
So now, because there's, you know, it's a small room, the flash is going to hit the wall. We're going to have this on a tight zoom, 105, and still it's going to light up the background. So we'll have one of these. This is a mouse pad, a cheap one from some Swedish furniture shop. Oi, wake up. So we'll do one like that. Bang! Not like that. Keep it like that. It's like wrapping Christmas presents. And bang like that. Second one. Right. Okay. Oops. LCD display. That's going to turn up on the exposure. That's probably. You know, check the focus. Or just use live view. That's probably about a million guys' fantasies right now. You know, on the Facebook, the Lambie Facebook page, they're going to put that screenshot and they're going to Photoshop some variations of it, probably. Yeah.
Oh, Kazu, where is it? Where's the flash?
This is. I'm over here. Oh, it's finished. The expose is finished. Yeah, I don't think we have a choice. God. Yo, eh?
Double exposures can be quite fun and creative. It's quite an entertaining approach to photography, which means it doesn't have to be limited to those who use lomography cameras. If you're a creative type, then you'll probably be quite interested in trying it out. And you don't have to shoot film. You can take cheesy photos, or you can try to create some artsy stuff, but it still makes photography a bit more fresh. And I guess that's what makes lomography attractive. But digital doesn't have to be conventional either. Even though I have a beef with some of the X Pro 1's shortcomings, you've got to appreciate that they make cameras that make photography fun. When it focuses, that is.